My thoughts exactly. Even without her new power, it should have been effortless. What about her? Seems to me that this is Cinder's problem, not ours. Why, thank you, Professor. Salem always did say you were quite hospitable. I'm still just so fascinated by this creature. Cinder dear, are we coming through? Can you see us clearly? Well, as clearly as you can. Oh, goody, you've recovered. A little late to run and hide. You've been on our master's list for some time, so you must understand that we cannot allow you to slip away. Technically, I was also a doctor, but I must say the rest was spot on. All right, ladies, let's pause for a moment. We have one objective, retrieving the relic of knowledge. Now, Crow Bronwyn may be on our list of individuals we would very much like dead, but he's not going to go down without a fight, and he's not going to fight quietly. Our advantage here is just as you said. We walk straight into Haven. No resistance, no one the wiser. A battle with your brother throws that all out the window. Wait. Don't think I don't see what you're after. If this falls to pieces over your grudge with a child, I will not be taking the blame. For the last time, a singular hideout makes us susceptible to discovery. We stay mobile. A spitting image of you, this lad, Jacques. Creepily so, I might add. He's definitely inherited your affect. That is what I wanted people to think, you're right. However, I've heard things about you too, Jacques. Namely, that you have an ironwood problem. What if I said you could have your cake, and eat it too? James Ironwood never recognized my genius. After everything I gave him, he still disgraced me. I simply wish to return the favor. A seat on the council. All I need is your login credentials for the Atlas Network. You promised to make Ironwood's life a waking nightmare, and I will guarantee you a victory at the polls by giving the voters down in Mantle a little digital push, if you will. You know, James, this place has always been a technological marvel, truly. Even before you went and did all this. The different types of dust, the biome system, and of course, everything that goes into controlling them. At the risk of sounding cliched, James, I won't be going down without a fight. You never appreciated my genius, James. You just stood atop it and called yourself a giant. You chose that fat imbecile over me. I suppose in this instance my brains and your brawn are evenly matched. That was a little too close for my liking, James. Rebuilding those rings is going to be such a pain. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I mean, unless you're hoping to add more metal to that body of yours. Oh, I hope you do, James. I hope you do. You do realize you've already caught me, yes? We've dealt with their kind before. Don't let such a small obstacle block your path. You don't like me. You have no reason to like me. But you don't have to like me to get the results you want. I'll take those chances, if you don't mind. Nobody needed to die today. The White Fang is prepping demolition and securing the school grounds. No one's getting in, and no one's getting out.
You'll pay for what you did. You'll die, over and over again! He didn't tell you my tale, did he, boy? I thought you looked familiar. To think that evil was inside of you when our paths first crossed? Your blood won't be on my hands. It'll be on his. Hiding behind the face of a child? A monster like you must be stopped! This is your business, not mine. Fix it.
The Faunus militia split our forces. I take full responsibility. Ma'am, I have more to report. Crow and the children are taking the lamp to Atlas, and they're being led by Ozpin. There's an old saying, if you want something done right, do it yourself.
If I were you, I'd hunt her down, find her, and... well, she took your eye, didn't she? Eye for an eye. I was hoping you could help me find someone. Why, friend, my name is Tyrian, and I'm afraid that is not possible. My assignment from Her Grace was to retrieve this young girl, so that is what I must do. One does not upset the queen. But hope is not lost. My tail, my singer, I poisoned him. Crow, he will not be a nuisance to you any longer. No, no longer. Have I done well? Have I pleased you? Welcome back, welcome back. I do hope you missed us as much as we missed you. Speaking of which, where is our fall maiden? Don't tell me something happened to her. Careful, little girl. Cinder isn't here to protect you anymore. Oh, don't misunderstand. I am in mourning just as you, because it appears you failed our queen, and that is a tragedy. Are you questioning our divine savior? Not if I can help it. All you ever learned was pain and violence, and now you're too afraid to leave it. Such a tragedy. Children, please. If you're not loving what you're doing, then you're in the wrong field. To say farewell, there's been a change in plans. Her Grace must act swiftly if we are to prevail. If General Ironwood comes to his senses and calls upon aid from Vacuo, all may be lost for us. And so the good doctor and I are being sent to Atlas to prepare. Do what makes you happy, children. Please? I'm begging you. But what if we're seen? What if we're recognized? We're walking around a city with 1,000 eyes. Well, I suppose we all have our talents. Me? Oh, well, I'm someone just like you. Someone who wants to mix things up around here. The Grimm should have destroyed our enemies, not made them friends! You want more chaos than a Grimm invasion. Come to think of it, I do have an idea. Robin Hill! For such a little bird, you have quite the impact around here. I find it upsetting. It's taking a very long time for this show to get to the good part. Ugh. Doesn't look like your friend's gonna make it. Oh, you mean like you just killed Clover? Looks like our score will have to wait. You know my track record with the authorities!